That's how I see it. Now I know you're not just talking to black people, but right. We all black around here, right? And I know you get that. And you also had a unique background in terms of how you got involved in the stock market. When did the light switch hit for you? Because I saw a picture of you. I think you were on a pole, like you were climbed up and something. You were real high in the air, right? Years before. Tell us about that, and also talk about your journey in terms of how you really got into investing.
Cool. That's important. So I'm from New Orleans, born and raised. Actually just moved. So just early on, I just was in the streets early. And I'm not just meaning that like figurative, like literally. So my mom was in the street. She was a hustler. She did everything. And I actually saw my mom get shot when I was 9. So I was in it firsthand. Maybe 16, I went to prison for attempt murder on robbery. I wound up doing 10 years in prison. And that's where I got introduced to that. I got in a fight with a couple homies of mine. And I wound up going to solitary confinement. It's crazy because I was literally in a cell with a white guy. And I guess he was just perplexed about the whole idea of seeing so many black men in one situation. And so I wound up getting in a cell with him. And he was just like, man, look, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I hope you don't take this wrong. He was like, man, y'all just playing the wrong game. And you never know the conversation he had in his mind to make him see that, because in solitary confinement, it's kind of like where I was in Orleans Parish Prison, and the tier is called C1, so it's like 14 cells, 4 men in a cell, and we locked down all day. So you just hear a bunch of noise, and probably him, it just looked like chaos, more chaos and confusion. And I was like, man, you think what you talking about? The wrong game? Like, you think this is a game? It's not a game right here. You know what I'm saying? It's real life. And I was like, and furthermore, like, if we playing the wrong game, you ain't here with me. So how I'm playing the wrong game? And so he told me something that was real profound. And that was really the seed that planted it to me. And he was just like, the issue is that you don't even know it's a game. I know it's a game. So he was in prison. He did 18 months for embezzlement. He embezzled 2.8 million. He paid restitution 800,000, kept 2 million. So he's coming home to 2 million. I was in there for attempt murder. I'm doing 10 years. I know people's in there for drug charges, doing life. Just outland the numbers that you see on TV and hear about in these books. I'm sleeping next to these dudes every day. And it made me look like, damn, like, that's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just knocked me upside my head. And at a young age, I was, he caught my attention. And so we just started having conversations all the time. And so over the next, 22 days, he started telling me things. And one of the things he told me, he was like, wealthy people do 3 things, man. They stop trading time for money. They start making their money work for them. And they give an immense amount of value to people because relationships are worth more than money. You give people so much value to where they'll always keep you in everything that they do. And I'm telling you, when he told me that, my mind, it was like, what? I had never heard nothing like that in my life. And it just took me it took me on. And so again, we just kept talking, having conversation. And then I'm talking about hours of conversation. We in a cell, we ain't got nothing else to do. And then another thing he told me was the 3 things that wealthy people do to build wealth and keep wealth is they invest in stocks, they build a business, and then they invest in real estate. And so because he told me stocks first, that was the first thing I ran with, because again, we talked in 1999 here, this before Instagram, Facebook, all of that. He's literally showing me pictures, Kodak pictures of him in different countries, doing different things with his family in places that I never knew existed. And one of the places that caught my mind, I always say on anything I do, he was in Iceland in this spot called the Blue Lagoon. And I remember them being outside in a pond with steam coming up, and it was water in the background. And I was like, where the hell in the world are there mountains where you outside in a pool, in a lake, and it's hot? And he was like, man, this is what wealth do for you. You can travel the world wherever you want to go, and you don't got to worry about ever coming back to work or none of that. And so because he told me stocks first, I spent the rest of my time in prison learning about stocks, the rest of it.